Now, today's class will discuss about data cleansing and data preparation, also called as data reshaping. Okay, this is the second stage in Power BI report project development. Okay, Power BI project development. First stage, what is the first stage? In first stage, we'll get data into the Power BI desktop. Once you get data into the Power BI desktop, then what we do? Then we'll cleanse the data. Okay, fine. So where will cleanse the data? Query editor in Power BI. So before it is query editor. So now recently, so 6 months back, they renamed as transform data. I'll show you now. So before it was here Power query editor. Okay, query editor. Now they renamed as transform data. Okay, so and also added one option here, data source settings. Here transform data and data source settings they added here. So before here only edit queries is there. Okay, so there is no difference. So only just for the understanding they renamed. Okay, they updated the name, that's it. Okay, so we'll get data first of all. So why we require the data cleansing and when we require the data cleansing is important. Okay, so transform data or reshape data, right? Okay, so when it will require means, for example, if you are getting data from any server, your data is you are getting from any SQL server or Oracle server, there are lot of lot of database servers are available, right? So already I showed you. So under get data, so it depends on your project actually. So here databases, here lot of databases is available, right? So if you are getting data from any database, then you don't need to require the data cleansing. Maybe you need to check the data, that's it. Okay, 99% you don't need to record the data. So why? Because in every company there is a database team is there. So before moving data into the any server like SQL server, Oracle server, Cbase server, any server, what they do is they will clean the data and they will move that data to into the Power BI, SQL server or Oracle server or any server. Okay, so so you don't require if you are getting data from SQL server or Oracle server or any servers, any database servers. Okay, so when will require means, for example, they send data. They send data in via emails, like Excel files or CSV files or text files. If they send that time you need to cleanse more. That time you need to clean the data, otherwise you can't show the exact results, you can't show the exact result in your report. That is the problem. Okay, that's the reason why we are doing data cleansing. Okay, so for example, let me show you one example. Just let's connect to my SQL server. So this is the adventure works. Okay, this is the adventure works. So this is my SQL server, right? So I'm taking dim date and fact internet sales. See the tables preview. So all data is very clean. There is no null values, there is no blank values. So data is very clean. Just click on load it. Import. Import is always faster than direct query method. Okay. See, come to here. Loading. You can able to see the data. You can able to check the column quality. Now there are no null values, right? So once we load the data, then we'll go to the transform data. There we'll check the data quality. Just refresh it. So if you want to check manually, so go through this. There are no null values. If you want, you can search. No null values. Blanks. No. So my data is clean, correct? So same thing, what I will do. So if you want to see, go to view. There is an option column quality. 1 second. Column quality. So automatically it will give the column quality. Valid is 100%. There are no errors. There are no empties. This column, see the data, 100% valid data. Okay. So there are no errors. There are no empties. Okay. 100% data is valid. So I'm checking. Okay. Now let's get data from any batting records. I'm getting data. I'm trying to get data from the web. So how to get data? Get data, web. Go to web. So see the tables. You can see the preview. Here hyphens are there. It's not cleaned. This data is okay. See here null values are there, right? Just load it. Okay. Now, once we load data into the Power BI desktop, then where we'll prepare the data? Here, transform data. Okay. So table 5. See here column names are not there, right? If you observe here column names, these names are column 1, column 2, column 3. So we cannot use in reports like, right? So we need to rename, right? So whenever you get data from any servers, then will require more cleansing. See here null values are there. This is the null data. So in this way we can check. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the topic. So I just want to show the example. That's the reason why I showed example. Okay. Discard. Now first one, how to change the data types and how to rename the columns, those things we'll see now. So I'm planning to take population data. Okay, where is the data? So already I told you, whenever you load some data into the Power BI desktop, if you have any errors in that specific file, so if you click on open, one second, if you click on open, what will happen? So it will open directly to the query editor, and it will, errors will be created separate folder. Okay, so first one I loaded, and I want to load this one also. If you click on load, only it will load into the Power BI desktop. If you click on transform data, directly it will open into the query editor. That is the difference. Now take open, just click on load. Now see, so one of the loaded queries contained errors. If you click on view errors, what will happen? Directly it will open transform data, and that errors will be saved in different folder. See here. Okay, so come to transform data. Now see, so query errors that were loaded. Okay, so errors will be here. Okay, so if you don't want to create like this, if you don't want these errors, you can delete this group. Okay, if you click on close and apply, it will take the changes and it will apply. Now you can go. So first of all, see here, if you observe here, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4 is there. If you observe second row, location ID, location and time and age group and age group, this is supposed to, this is the my row, this is the my header, right? So I want to use this row as header. How do you do that? Okay, so there is an option, so you can delete this one. First one, you can delete first row. This is the column 1, column 2, column 3. This is the one you can delete. So come to remove rows, remove top rows. Top means the first starting one, how many you want to remove. So I want to remove one row. So one row is removed, and I want to make this first row as header. Then go to transform data. So under transform, use first row as headers. Use first row as headers. See, now it is changed. Okay, so whenever you do the some operations, so whenever you do some changes, so here applied steps, this is nothing but query folding. It is called as query folding. So whatever you do the changes, it will here applied steps it will come. If you want to do unchanges, if you want to do undo, then what we can do is we can go back. So we do in laptops control z, right, in Excel or somewhere, in word files in somewhere. What we do, if you done any mistake, what we'll do, control z, right? So here also control z, this is the applied steps. You can go back, see here, I just remove the step, it will go back, remove top rows, right? Now you can see as it is my data, correct? So in this way we can use, this is nothing but query folding. Query folding, if any data set supports query folding, then only incremental refresh is possible in Power BI desktop. If the data set is not supporting for query folding, then the incremental refresh is not supported. Okay, you don't need to worry, I will explain, okay, in coming sessions. Now change type, okay. So you want to do, so what I did in previous, I did, you can do, see, you can delete this row, or you can this, you can do use as first row, use as first row as header first 2 times, then also it will come. Promoted headers 1, change it type 2, okay. So now my data is clean, okay. So one thing you need to remember, so I am doing the changes in this particular data set only. So changes will be applied to this particular data set only. Come here, those steps not available here, those steps not available here. I loaded total 3 data sets, okay. So every data set, so whatever I done the changes in that specific data set, those changes you can see here, applied steps. This is nothing but it's like undo, okay. Query folding in Power BI called it is native query, okay. Come here, and if you see here, I want to go here, so change data types, right? Okay, so here location is there. Instead of location, I want to rename as country. You can do rename. How to rename? You can give right click and rename, otherwise double click, rename. My I want to rename as country, that's it. So what we renamed, right? See here, renamed columns, that step is added here. And here time is there. Instead of time, this will be a year 1950 year. So what is the data type here? Whole number, okay. Instead of year, time, I just mention year, okay. I'm just renaming. And select the value, this is decimal number, okay. So you can see the data type here, decimal number. Right click and also change type. Here you want to change the data type, you can change the data type. So these are the data types available in Power BI, okay. So what are the data types? Numeric data types, and true false means it's a boolean data type, and string data type, text means string data type, okay. These are the data types available in Power BI desktop. So if you want to delete any column, just select that column, just click on remove. So you want to delete more than one column, control plus control, select control. I don't want yeah, these two I want to delete. Right click and remove columns, that's it. Removed columns. So in this way we can change. So for example, here male population in decimal number, you want to change as whole number, change type whole number. See here, you can change the data type. So in the data type, so for example, this is here, you want to change as date, See here. So you want to change as date time, date plus time format, or you want to change date, time zone. Okay, want to delete, can delete. So in this way we can change the data types. Okay, so changing data types are very important. So regularly we use in real-time environment, and renaming columns also important, and we'll rename the columns. And delete the columns means you just select the columns and use first row as headers, already it showed. And how to remove the null values, remove or filter. We can't remove, but we can filter the values. Come to the next data set. If you observe here, see here, NA values are there, right? Null values, blank values, and NA values. There are no null values. Come to next data set. Yes. If you come here, location ID, select all, uncheck null. That's it. I'm just filtering. Just OK. Now null values are gone. Filter rows. We need to check the data. See here. So in every way, in every row, null values are there. Yes. Then you can filter. Sorry. If you want to check only null values, just select only null. Check the data. Only null. There are no values. There are no values in the data set. Okay. So then there is no use of this data. Then we can delete. Okay. We can filter or we can delete. So in this way we can filter the null values. And if you come to here NA values are there. Just uncheck NA values. Just click on OK. Now NA value is also filtered. If you have blanks, see here blank values are there. Here after nulls there are blanks are there. If you come here, it will show like this, blanks. Okay, just select all and uncheck blank. Okay, now data is filtered. So in this way we can remove or filter the null values and filter the blank values and filter the NA values. And how to remove the duplicates. So when we require the remove the duplicates, if you want to see only, if you want to keep only distinct values in that table or in that column, generally we use in columns. Okay, we'll remove the duplicates in the specific column, and we use that column as a filter. Okay, don't worry, I will explain in coming sessions. Okay, so how to remove duplicates, we'll see the duplicates now. See, so how to remove columns are two different. Okay, first of all let me explain. This is the country column. Okay, fine, right? This is the country column. So I want to remove, I want to keep this only this column, and I want to remove rest of the things. Right click and remove other columns. If you select remove other columns, so only you can able to see this column. Okay, now if you want to see only unique values in this column, right click, remove duplicates. Only 200 distinct values we have. So you want to go back, as usual we can go back, simple. Okay, so you can select whatever you select, those things we can delete. whatever you don't select, those you want to remove other columns. So other columns will be deleted, only these two columns will be there. Okay, so in this way we can delete the columns. And how to delete the rows? Rows also same. Okay, very simple. Here we have options. You top rows means, for example, you want to delete only top 100 rows, then we can delete. So if you want to delete bottom rows means whatever in the last. Okay, so from last to you want to delete, so remove bottom rows and remove alternate rows. One row you need to keep, one row you want to delete, then you will go for alternate rows. And remove duplicates, so you want to delete, remove duplicates, delete. And remove blank values, same here also, same options are available. And remove errors, so remove errors, already we removed the errors, right? Whenever we load the data set, that time only removed. And one more option, we can remove the rows or we can keep the rows. That is the difference. So you want to keep only top 100 or top 20, top 30, top 40, like that. So either you can remove, either you can keep the rows. That is the difference. Okay, so you want to keep only top 20 records. See, only top 20 records, remaining records all are gone. Okay, so in this way we can use. So this is nothing but removing rows and removing errors and keep rows, same thing. Okay, so I hope you understood. Okay, and very important topic, unpivot columns and pivot columns, very useful in Power BI real-time environment, very useful. Okay, so let's see, take a look how to do the unpivot and pivot. So unpivot is nothing but we are changing the columns to rows. Okay, so for example, these are the columns, so this information is available in columns and I want to see that information as row wise. Okay, so if you observe here, so what is this here, population male and population female is there. So for example, I want, so now I can able to see this information column wise, but I don't want to see this information as column wise. I want to see this information as row wise. Then how to do? Then select the columns whatever you want to unpivot, you just select. Okay, I selected population male, population female, and I want to go for location also I will take. Okay, so three columns I selected and right click, sorry, control, population male, population female, right click here, unpivot columns. Unpivot means here now it is columns, it is changed as rows. Unpivot columns, see here. So now you can able to see location, population male, population female. Every record changed as row wise. Location, population male, population female. Location, population male, population female. So you can able to see the information. So Afghanistan, so population male, population female. Afghanistan, population male, population female. Like this row wise we can see the data. So that is nothing but unpivot columns. So you want to change as it is, so that is nothing but pivot columns. Just you select this attribute and value, just right click. Pivot we cannot do here. So pivot where it possible means, pivot is transform data and pivot, yeah, pivot columns. Just click on pivot columns. Yes, okay. Now this rows data has converted as into columns again. There is something error. Now see, that rows data is converted as usual, population male and population female. So that's it. So we are doing unpivot. Unpivot is nothing but, so unpivot is nothing but we are changing columns to rows. That's it. Pivot is nothing but you can apply steps. You can back button is there. If you click back button, then it will automatically it will come to come as columns. Okay. So in this way we can use pivot unpivot columns. So replace values. For example, you want to replace something. How to do that replace? Replace, for example, Afghanistan. Instead of Afghanistan, you want to replace something. So replace also we can do in two different ways. So for example, you want to select, for example, I want to select, if you select any particular one, right click replace values, then automatically it will took Afghanistan, and I want to put, instead of Afghanistan, I want to put India. India. Okay. See, instead of Afghanistan, here is India. So if you don't select anything, then replace values. So it will ask what value you want to replace. I want to replace INDIA. Maybe it is case sensitive. Yeah. So before it was Afghanistan. So India replaced by Afghanistan. Right. So in this way we can replace. Want specific one, you just select and replace. Otherwise, right click, replace values. Directly you can give the value and you can replace it. Okay. So same like as Excel. Okay. And split columns. How to split the columns is very important. Splitting is nothing but dividing the columns. For example, you want to divide, you want to split, you can split here by delimiter, by number of characters, by positions, lowercase to uppercase to lowercase, by non-digit to, by digit to non-digit, non-digit to digit. So there are multiple options are there. Same options, whenever you click these options, same options available here also. Replace values, unpivot, move. For example, you want to move any column. For example, yeah, I will show you now. And also index also is there, right? Where is the index? Yeah, index column is there. Here index is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So if you click 0, index will created from 0, 0, 1, it will give the numbering, that's it. If you click on 1, 1, 2, 3, it is coming. And custom range. If you want to go for example, I want to start with 5. I want to increment by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like that. Okay. So you want to move this one left. Left means only once to beginning. Okay. In this way we can move. We can create index and we can move. These columns also move. Doesn't matter. Okay. Left, right, and okay. Fine. And split columns means, see, you select the column and there is here also is there split columns, or right click, here also split columns are there. So anything whatever you convert. So I will split by number of characters. So I will give 3 characters, once as per left as possible. I want to split only left side, one side, only once left side. See, the first 3 is left side splitted and remaining in another column. Okay. Going back, okay. Split column by number of characters. This time once as per right possible. From right side I want only 3 characters. Hun, HAN, hun. Right side it is left side is as it is there, and right side it is splitted. Okay. And right click and split column, number of characters. Yeah, repeatedly. So you want to split that column repeatedly every 3 characters or every 4 characters. Repeatedly means every 4 characters it will. See here, first 4 characters AFG4 ANIS TAN. If it is not there, then it will give the null values. So for every 4 characters, it will splitted. So that is the split columns and a duplicate columns. So what is the duplicate columns means? Very simple, very useful. For example, I want to duplicate this column. Right click, duplicate column. So duplicate columns that will be added after the table. Okay, after the original columns of the table, you want to move this one. I want to move to beginning, and I want to move to right. So location, location. Okay, you want to compare, you can compare. So in this way, we can create the duplicate columns. And group, how to create the group. Okay, so don't worry, I will explain. So very simple, empty space, right click, new group. Group name, this is the population data, so that's the reason why I want to keep. It's up to you. I mention population, or I can mention world population. Okay, population is fine. Data. Population. Just okay. So group is nothing but creating like a folder. So you can move whatever the folders you want. If you are working with the number of tables, then it is useful. You can make the groups, and you can keep relevant files into that specific group. Okay, so I moved here, and you can drag and drop also work. Otherwise you just select, right click, move group. Which group you want to move? Population data. Okay, it moved. So if you click here, that world population, whatever you give the description, that is coming here. You want to rename, that's it. So in this way we can use the applied steps. Okay, so wherever you done the changes, you can able to see that information here only. Okay, okay, fine. So tomorrow we'll discuss remaining concepts. Okay, so so if you have any questions as of now, do let me ask. Okay, please ask any questions. If you have any questions, any confusions, or a clarity, yeah, tell me please. I will send this file, you can able to open, and what you do is you need to replace these values, or I will send these files and you can practice. You keep you see my video and you watch. Okay, um, so everything is clear.
What exactly is query folding? I saw you do it. It's very easy. What is it? Why is it not written in applied step? Query folding.
Query folding is so it is a matter. For example, you want to do the incremental refresh. Okay, so if we do the incremental refresh, so if that query fold, if it is supports query folding, then only we can able to perform the incremental refresh. If it is not able to do the query folding, if it is not supporting for the query folding, if your data you cannot able to do the changes, then it is not possible to do the incremental refresh. Query folding, what is here? It is allowing to do some changes, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, anything? Any other questions you have? Thank you.
Thank you.